Hi, this is Miss Moshek here in my house, in my kitchen. I think like every teacher, we miss our students, we miss our classroom, we miss teaching everybody, but it doesn't mean we can't teach at home. So I'm here with my lovely sous chef, Lainey. Say hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. And you know, when I was thinking what I could teach, I thought of my 3rd and 4th graders, and I thought of our math class. So we have covered fractions, we've covered elapsed time, of course we've covered addition and subtraction. So I thought the best way to kind of cover everything is to bake some sugar cookies. So, first thing you gotta do when you bake sugar cookies is preheat your oven. I have my oven back here, I have it preheated, and you know, I know this is supposed to be a math lesson, but preheat, that word preheat, I think of our reading, and I'm pretty sure we've talked about prefixes. So I want to know if anyone can tell me what the prefix in preheat is, and what does that word mean? What is a quick definition based on what you know about the prefix and the word preheat? So, preheat your oven. In order to figure out what temperature we need to preheat our oven to, I have a math problem for you. So, for my 4th graders, you can do 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. In order to know what I set my oven to, you have to find the product of 25 times 15. Yes, they have to. For my 3rd graders, or even some 4th graders if you want to do both, you have to find the difference. Remember, difference means subtract. You have to find the difference of 502 minus 127. That will give you the temperature. So, now we can get started. The problem that I have with trying to cook these sugar cookies is I only have 1/4 cup to do my measuring. That's it. Show them, Lainey. Okay, we'll have to wash this. Anyway, so when I look at the ingredients, it's saying I need 2 cups and 3/4 cup of flour and 1.5 cups of sugar, but I only have a 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna have to do some converting. We're gonna do some conversion. So I'm gonna have to lose my sous chef. Say bye, everybody. Can you say bye? Bye. All right. Okay, so I'm back. Now, we need 2 3/4 cup of flour, but I only have 1/4 measuring cup. Let me explain this. I'm going to explain the flour, and you're going to have to do the sugar all by yourself. So, when I think of a fraction, 1/4, my denominator tells me how many parts I have. So I have 4 parts. So in order to make 1 whole, I would need 4 of these. 4/4 would be 1 cup. Remember, we've talked about that in class, that if your numerator and your denominator are the same number, that's 1 whole. So 4/4 equals 1 cup, but I need 2 cups. So I have 4 for the 1, 4 for the 2nd cup, and then I need 3/4 cups. So 4 plus 4 plus 3, what is it? 11. I need 11 of these bad boys. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm not going to lose count. Okay, so I just put 11 of these into my bowl. Now you need a dash of baking soda and baking powder. Really, it's like a teaspoon and a 1/2 teaspoon, but I always just kind of do a shake. Okay, we are done with our dry ingredients right now, except for our sugar, which our sugar we are going to put in this bad boy. We are going to beat our butter and our sugar together. Now let's talk about that word beat, because when I think of the word beat, I think of like, I beat Lainey in a race today, okay? So I'm not going to make the sugar and the butter win. That doesn't make sense. So there's got to be another definition for the word beat. So when I think about songs that play on the radio, when they have a beat, I always tap my foot to the beat. Well, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense either. I think of, even a drum. When you beat a drum, you kind of bang a drum. We're not going to bang the two together. So this is a multi-meaning word. It's got multiple definitions. And the beat that we're looking for is the beat that means you're going to just like violently stir. You're going to stir super fast and super hard. You're going to beat it together. Think about when you beat eggs, when you make scrambled eggs. You just beat it really fast with a fork. Okay? So luckily, Miss Masha gets to save her arm strength because I have this fancy machine here. So I have to beat the butter and the sugar together. Now again, the sugar, I need 1.5 cups. And I only have 1/4 cup. So I'm going to need you to tell me. And I hope you get it right. Now I'm going to have to do this to keep my cookies going along. But I want you to comment below or tell me how many of these did I put in my bowl to make 1.5 cups. Okay? Okay, so I hope you comment below and tell me the answer. Now I have to beat this together. We're going to make it nice and fluffy. Okay, so now I can go ahead and add the remainder of my ingredients, which is just a little splash of vanilla and an egg. All right. So once I start beating this together, then I can slowly add my dry ingredients. Okay, so basically what I did was I took all the dough in here, made little balls, and put it on a few trays right in front of me. I made arrays. So I have 3 trays that are 3 rows with 4 in each row. Okay, so that's 3 by 4. I have 1 pan that has 3 rows with 5 in each row. Okay, so I have 3 times 4, 3 times 4, 3 times 4, 3 times 5. Okay, I want you to do the math and add up all of the products to figure out how many sugar cookies I made. Now the recipe called for 4 dozen. Do you know how many is in a dozen? Because I want you to figure out that math too. How many was this recipe supposed to yield? Then I want you to find the difference between how much it was supposed to yield, that dozen times 4, 4 dozen, and how many I made here. Okay, 3 times 4, 3 times 4, 3 times 5, 3 times 4. Okay, once we know how many total cookies I have, Mr. Moshek and myself cannot eat all of them. That is way too many cookies for us to eat. So what if we were to share these cookies equally between 10 people? Okay, because 10 people can be in a spot together. We're gonna share all of these cookies equally between 10 people. How many cookies will each person get if we all get the same amount? And how many, if any, are left over that maybe we could give to Lainey, because she's like half a person, okay? So I know we talked about a lot of things here. We talked about the few things I questioned you and challenged you to do was, 1, you had to find out what my oven was baking at. Okay, remember there was 2 ways to do it. You could find the product of 25 and 15, or you could find the difference of 502 and 127. I want to know what the word preheat means based on the prefix. And then I wanted to know how many 1/4 cups did I have to use for my 1.5 cups of sugar. I want to know the total amount of cookies I made, which is this array, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 3 and 5. And last but not least, I wanted to know, once you find the total, if we were to divide it by, I told you, if you're going to share it equally between 10 people, so divide by 10 people, how many would each person get, and how many, if any, are left over? So these cookies need to bake for 8 minutes. I'm not going to put all 4 in my oven. I'm going to split it up. So I'm going to put 2 in there for 8 minutes, and I'm going to put 2 in there for 8 minutes. So it's a total of 16 minutes. Now it's 5:02, so I'm going to stop. 5:02, these cookies are going to cook for 16 minutes. What time will it be when I pull the last batch out? Wish I could be with my kids in my classroom, but hey, we're having a classroom and a kitchen in my house, so we're doing what we can. I love all my students. I miss all of you, and sending good vibes your way. See you later. Lainey, you want to come say bye? Can you come say bye? Say bye, everybody. Whoop. Can you say bye? All right. She's got her chapstick. She's happy. See ya.